You know, if you've heard anything about the AI revolution, you've definitely heard the name Nvidia. For the longest time, they were a company mostly known by gamers, right? But now, they build the absolute essential hardware that powers, well, pretty much all of modern artificial intelligence. So how on earth did they get here?
To put things into perspective, by October 2025, Nvidia did something truly staggering. Its market value blew past $5 trillion. That puts it right up there with the most valuable companies in the history of the world. I mean, that's a number with 12 zeros. It's so huge, it's hard to even wrap your head around.
So yeah, that is the big question, isn't it? How does a company that started out making chips so you could play video games better become one of the most valuable and frankly, most important corporations on the entire planet? Well, the story starts in a place you would never, ever guess. That's right. The journey to a $5 trillion valuation didn't begin in some sterile Silicon Valley lab or a fancy boardroom. Nope, it started with a conversation over some coffee and maybe some pancakes.
What's just incredible to think about is how close Nvidia came to never existing at all. The three founders got together at a Denny's back in '93. They had this amazing vision for graphics-based computing, but their first few years were absolutely brutal. Their first chip, the NV1, total flop. And then they lost this massive, crucial contract with Sega, which just about sank the entire company right then and there.
This quote from the CEO, Jensen Huang, it wasn't some one-time dramatic thing. It literally became the unofficial company motto. For years, he would kick off internal meetings with those exact words. Can you imagine? It created this culture that was just relentlessly focused, super resilient, and always aware that survival depended on hitting the next home run. And that home run, that big breakthrough, it came when the company was right on the brink of collapse, and they decided to double down on the one thing they knew best: graphics. This is the moment where everything turned around. The Riva 128 chip was a huge hit. I mean, it literally saved the company from bankruptcy. But just 2 years later, the GeForce 256 changed the entire game. See, Nvidia didn't just sell it as another graphics chip. They called it the world's first GPU, a graphics processing unit. And by doing that, they basically invented and defined a whole new category of computing. So what exactly is a GPU? Well, at its core, it's a specialist. It's a chip that's an absolute expert at one particular thing, drawing pictures on your screen, and doing it incredibly fast. It's built to handle thousands of simple little jobs all at the exact same time. Okay, think of it like this. A CPU, that's your computer's main brain, it's like a master chef, right? It can cook a few really complex gourmet meals, but it has to do them one after the other. A GPU, on the other hand, is like a whole army of line cooks who can make thousands of simple burgers, all at the exact same time. That ability to do so many simple things in parallel, that is the secret to everything that happens next. For years, that amazing parallel processing power was almost exclusively used to make video games look spectacular. But then, Nvidia made a $1 billion bet, a bet that would completely change its future forever. This was the big, visionary question. What if scientists, what if researchers and engineers could get their hands on that whole army of line cooks? What other kinds of massive problems could you solve by running thousands or even millions of calculations all at the same time? And the answer to that question was something called CUDA. This was the secret sauce, the magic key. CUDA is a software platform that Nvidia built to give programmers direct access to that engine. For the very first time, developers could easily use the massive parallel power of a GPU for pretty much anything they could dream up, from modeling climate change to analyzing financial markets.
And oh, the payoff was just immense.
Around 2009, AI researchers working on this new thing called deep learning had a realization. Training their complex models was exactly the kind of parallel task that GPUs were born to do. This discovery basically ignited what people now call the Big Bang of modern AI. And Nvidia's hardware, it was the fuel for the fire. And with that, Nvidia was no longer just a gaming company. It had become the indispensable must-have engine powering the entire global AI boom. And the results since then, well, they've been nothing short of explosive. I mean, just look at this breakdown of their business today. The original graphics business, which used to be the entire company, is now just a tiny sliver. The AI-focused part, compute and networking, makes up a stunning majority of their sales.
that's not just a pivot, that is a complete and total transformation. And that transformation has fueled growth that is, it's just unbelievable. Back in 2016, their revenue was about $5 billion. By 2023, it was $27 billion. Fast forward to 2025, and it's projected at over $130 billion. The scale of that ramp up, that acceleration, is almost unheard of in business history.
So what does this all add up to? Market dominance, plain and simple. As of today, Nvidia controls more than 80% of the market for the kind of high-end GPUs that are used to train and run the world's most advanced AI models. They don't just have a lead, they have a commanding, almost monopolistic grip on the industry.
But, becoming a titan of industry and the gatekeeper to a technology that is changing the world, that doesn't come without its own massive set of challenges. When you're on top of the mountain, everyone's trying to knock you off.
Being on top means everybody is watching you. Nvidia is now facing antitrust investigations from the US government. Geopolitical tensions have led to major restrictions on them selling chips to China, which was a huge market. And of course, when you're this successful, you better believe every other tech giant and 1,000 startups are desperately trying to build something better to take you down.
And all of this leaves us with the final defining question. From a booth at a Denny's diner to a $5 trillion valuation, Nvidia's journey has been absolutely incredible. They bet the entire company on a new way of computing, and that bet literally created the AI world we live in today. The question now is, in this ultra-competitive world, can anyone ever hope to catch them?